Adventurous excitement. We've returned. Anything you guys wanted to talk about with this MMO discussion we got here?
We were talking about Brad McQuaid, who was one of the lead devs for EverQuest, passed away 2 days ago, and it's all over Twitter. So we were just talking about.
Yeah, he was working on a
MMOs.
new Pantheon game, so yeah.
Not only do I not
Anyways.
know who he is, of course, terrible that he passed. I don't know who Pantheon is.
I don't know what
Pantheon's
Pantheon
like
either, man.
it's Pantheon is basically like EverQuest, but like without the IP. Like it's a return to form for how that game used to be.
Classic MMO, man.
Yeah. But it also comes with the same problems that a classic MMO would have. So it's very
Time
much not
investment.
it's very much not a modern product.
Yeah.
And
Time investment's the big deal.
Yeah, we're just talking about that. So
with modern MMO space, you're coming up against World of Warcraft Classic, and Final Fantasy 14, which has had a massive resurgence.
Yeah, and EQ2, I mean, like even EQ2 still has pretty good numbers.
Yeah,
at least it's sustainable. So, and that, I mean, I would say EQ2 out of all of them delivers that closest to classic, like traditional MMO experience, because they just never changed the formula. And I mean, apparently still works for them. And they got the progression servers where you can start off at day one, all the time. So, but we'll see.
I might have done this high school binder X circle yet.
It takes 10 minutes, and this conversation has not been 10 minutes yet. Although,
well, I'm helping Riverin, so I thought it would go a little faster.
No, it doesn't go faster. It's that you don't even have to make a roll when the two of you are doing it.
Oh, okay. I thought I didn't have to make a roll anyway because
no, you don't have to make a roll because you taught her so well, and now the two of you do it together.
Yeah,
that's why.
Okay.
Your friend Spectre and the Vampire. Spectre says.
Also, you can ask me questions through Gygax too. It's worth pointing out.
Oh, I was just gonna ask about when they mentioned we have labs across the continent or whatever. I was gonna be like, what about that Mr. X dude? Was that one of theirs?
Mr. X?
Oh, the Incubus.
The Incubus.
Uh-huh.
Remember there was that
and the Red Queen.
Oh, how could I forget?
Yeah. No, but there was the Mass Effect VI unit.
No, I was saying it's the Red Queen from Resident Evil. You're all going to die down here. Because I think that's pretty much what happened, right? It was like a self-cleansing protocol or something.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So Arthur, you were saying something then?
There is much for both of our groups to do. If you could step aside, we will continue our transit.
I don't understand.
I think they want to leave.
We would like to leave. We've been here for hundreds of years, and there is much of the world to see. I'm sure that even the long lives of the current generation of elves have allowed the world to change even more. We could.
Yes.
They look at each other almost excitedly, like we could go back to places we've already been and see how it's changed. She's like, that's right. We could compare notes that we've kept, make determinations on the growth of society, determine the influence of social structure.
Humans are like rats. They're everywhere. Disgusting creatures.
Actually, you know what, Arthur? I'll say to them, is like, so due to our circumstance, we might have more questions for you later, or sometimes earlier.
They do not understand that. I understand what you're saying, but
yeah. So I'll say to them, is like,
I want to tell you, Henley, this could be much funnier in about 10 minutes.
Okay. So I'll say to them, is like, in the event that we come across you in a different time and space, and we want to continue this conversation, is there anything that we could share with you to prove that we have had a conversation before?
I do not understand what you're saying. You
When
speak
we
of
die,
multiple parallel planes?
When we die, we simply go back to a particular time and place, and time resets itself. Sometimes, depending on the actions that we commit, the world changes drastically. The people in it, the problems they have, the solutions they've used, wars changing, everything.
The two of
In
them
one,
glance at each other. You get the idea that they're making insight checks on you and that they do not believe you.
very well.
So he says, yes, of course, this sounds fantastic, what you speak of. And I say that in the literal sense.
I like how the two people that could probably actually have the ability to understand what the fuck he's on about are the ones that don't fucking believe what he's on about.
Yeah, it's the dumb ones that are easy to understand.
Yeah.
So I'll say to him, we've been affected by a curse. It means that death escapes us.
Make a persuasion check, friend.
Okay.
At that particular line, please make a roll.
Very well, Arthur Perkins. I will do just that. Hey, that looks pretty
17.
good to me.
They look at each other, and they look at Finley and lean in towards each other and start whispering privately in Elven.
What do they say?
Well, they're whispering towards each other.
I curve my elven ear.
Make a perception check.
Them.
Yeah, make a perception check there, Legolas.
Okay.
And you read lips.
Actually, was going to take that.
16. Okay.
Can he get a bonus from having his little death horn out, just like whoop?
Yeah.
Speak louder.
It's like the old man from The Patriot. God, what a bad movie.
You don't catch everything, but you do hear phrases like, I can't believe it, they did it. He says something like, I warned them not to use this power. The fools. She says, we must be caught in it as well. There is no escape for us unless we can find a way to move between planes. And then at this point, not noticing that Finley's listening in, they straighten up, and he says, we may have some idea of what you speak of, but it is high level and theoretical. I am slightly more inclined to believe you now.
Would you share your knowledge with us about this subject?
I will share with you my name, which few in the modern era would know.
This Fleur the Elder.
No. He says, I am Alidon, Magenta Eye.
Who said that? The vampire or the man?
The man.
Post that in chat, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
What can you share of this topic with us?
Little. It is not clear to me. And the woman says, I am Ilana the Elder. I also know some small amount. If what we think has come to pass without significant change, then it is not you who is cursed, but all of us.
Well, they're not wrong.
What is the nature of what's happened?
Make, I mean, they're going to explain it to you. Make an Arcana check.
Arcana?
Yep.
Can I get help from Daka even though he's not here?
No.
To
Daka
understand
would
it later?
need to be listening in, like, you to Gygax to Agrim to Daka is
It's
not
the
a
world's shittiest game of telephone, is what it is.
And back,
before,
this is...
before they explain it, can I invite the other people over?
Very
so
well.
That we can.
Daka, would you like to...
wait until I'm done my high school, middle school notebook graffiti on this wall?
I mean, you could go over there, Doc, so you can understand, and I can stay here and watch River's back, because I'm not going to understand a goddamn thing they say.
Well, I think we both have to be here doing this, don't we?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
If there's no role involved, the two of you have to be doing it together.
I think it's time that you come over here and make a decision.
I mean, we could come back and do this thing. You can finish this, right? Or do you have to finish it now?
It has to be done all at once.
Okay.
You're weaving an intricate spell structure meant to draw out human suffering.
I mean, look, man, magic is fucking weird.
Human suffering?
Well, any, mortal suffering, I should say.
There we go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry,
goblins,
I'm
they're
speaking
really about
from
the same.
my Arthur Perkins is humanistic. We're the only sentient,
humanoid suffering. Let's put it that way. That'll
Sure.
work.
What landlord hurt you?
Well,
Put me on the door where the landlord hurt you.
I lived in Boaz, Alabama, and my landlord was a piece of shit.
So, Daka, that in about 2 minutes you're going to finish this thing and would be able to come over.
Yeah, I'll tell Agrim like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'll convey.
Ellie, you get the message?
Are we able to wait 2 minutes for my companions there?
We have waited 400 years to leave. We could get out tonight.
What is 2 minutes more?
2 minutes is nothing for an explanation of this matter, but we would prefer to leave today.
I like how even though I only speak 2 languages now, and I'm still the fucking translator.
So, Daka, 1 minute before you finish, all of the gold on the walls around you disappears. The illusory statue disappears. For Gygax can see everything. Reality resets itself. Along the northern wall, where once there was nothing, there is now a 10-foot wide, 10-foot tall, very thin line of runes leading to what is very clearly a portalistic doorway from which purple mist and smoke is emanating out of, which has been hidden by the illusion.
Can I see if they're dwarven runes?
They are not dwarven runes.
Not dwarven.
When you look at these runes, your head hurts. Make a Constitution saving throw real quick.
I can indeed. Let's see. Double check.
Sorry, my friend just died from looking at some written word in the next room.
It was a 25, do you?
You can feel the runes whispering in the back of your mind where you stuff all of your madnesses in.
Fucking chaos bullshit. I knew it. Even here, I cannot escape Slanesh. Right,
Kill any of your friends.
I look over at Daka, I'm like,
the whispers aren't
really
asking you to do anything.
It's just madness.
No, it's not specifically madness. You can hear someone saying, I want the ball. And then you hear someone else saying, is that a sword? And then you hear someone else going, please don't leave me.
So just whispers of the dead kind of thing.
I thought you were going to say,
I'm going to inform Daka.
Don't take the ball.
Don't give him the stick. Pork chop sandwiches.
Put that cookie down now.
Stop all the downloading.
Who's a good boy? I'm a good boy.
After a minute, you complete your gang sign, having completed one of the 5 optional quest markers here.
I will. I'm going to inform Doc of what happened. I stared at this portal, or I looked at the portal, and it gave me a headache, and I could hear voices.
I'm going to look at it. Do I recognize any of the language?
First off, make a Constitution saving throw, and then make an Arcana check.
19. Arcana. 21.
You, through a combination of listening to the voices, intuition, and recognition of these runes, this is a portal to the astral plane. It is the realm of thoughts and dreams. All people's thoughts and slumbers head to this place. The astral plane is the intersection of all other planes. When you go from one plane to another, you must pass through the astral plane first.
Do I know if I can get in there safely? As
21, yes.
Wearing the body of an extraplanar being.
This portal would function for you correctly. You can physically fit through it. It would take you there. You have some knowledge that you would be propelled not by your feet or your hands, but by your thoughts. When you arrive on this plane, your intelligence is what moves you.
I think briefly about just walking in there and seeing where it goes, but I'm gonna go.
Oh, it calls to you.
I assume it does. I'm going to ignore it.
Hey. Want a party?
Just a leg comes out of the portal and is just like, wearing high heels trying to get a ride.
Yeah.
All right.
Julia Roberts' face appears.
All right, so I guess we regroup with the other ones. Everybody else? No?
Well, we have something new to share, I guess.
Yeah.
Actually, before after we leave this room, before we go through the illusory wall, I'm gonna
the illusory wall's gone.
Oh.
Yeah, all the illusions.
I say illusions. All of the reality bending has ended.
So is this still like a golden room, or is it?
No. It now looks like a hollowed out mine area. This room was used for pit mining, and then they encountered something, that gate, and they stopped.
Like before we move all the way forward, I'm gonna kneel down in front of River and ask her if she's okay.
Oh, River is just like, I'm not feeling the best, but I am all right. I could use, I wouldn't say no to a potive or two.
Well, I have no potives, but you can have this. I stand up straight, close my eyes, and out of Daka's body comes mist that falls on top of Riverin and then hardens into faceted crystal and then fades. So I gave her my mage armor.
Mage armor is a self-owning spell.
I thought it was on a willing creature.
You're thinking
that might be. You're right. Mage armor for you might work differently. Correct. I mean, look.
Oh wait, yeah, mage armor.
I might be thinking of Pathfinder.
Yeah, mage armor is touch, I believe. Because
you are correct. Yeah, you mage armor her, and she's just like, okay, well, that works. Certainly better than this.
Yeah. We'll get you something better when we can.
Technically, because I have a shield, I could give her my animated shield. Because I can't use both at the same time.
This is the longest 2 minutes I've ever waited in my life.
Sorry, someone has counter hit me with this. Your invocation only allows you to cast mage armor on yourself.
Oh, it's an invocation.
That's what it is. Armor of Shadows is self only, not mage armor.
I thought it was Armor of Shadows allows you to cast mage armor. And
on
mage
yourself.
Armor is you touch a willing creature who isn't wearing armor.
Mage armor is you can cast mage armor on yourself at will without expending a spell slot.
Nope.
Are we sure about this?
Touch a willing creature.
Armor of...
Because if it allows me to use a spell, which most invocations just allow you access to a spell, that's the spell, and it's a willing creature.
I know Armor of Agathis is self-only, but...
Eldritch Invocations. Well, with D&D Beyond, it couldn't be easier.
It does say you can cast Mage Armor on yourself at will without expending a spell slot or material component.
It specifically says on yourself at will.
Yeah.
All right. Well then.
So one supersedes the other. So, yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't give me access to the spell fully.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's fucking dumb as shit. But
well,
okay.
I mean, it's an at will, so usually anything that you can cast at will has something attached to it. You get used to it.
Well, can I give my studded armor to?
Yes.
Like it's too big, but.
I was gonna say, if you're gonna do that, I could just give her my. I could give her my fucking half plate because I've got unarmored defense.
Well, she can't wear half plate.
I don't even think it's half plate.
Please, friends, I would like you to imagine the following situation: a young woman covered in blood. She's about 10 years old. She's wearing a nice frilly dress given to her by a count, and she's now strapping leather armor over top of it that is sized for a humanoid adult that's about 3 feet taller than her.
I mean, I'm close to the same size.
And as she's doing this, she's walking behind him as you go to join Team Vampire.
Yep. In that case, I would cast Mage Armor on myself.
Right, because you can do that now.
Mine.
Yep. Daka,
which brings my AC up to 12.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And really? Only 12? Doesn't Mage Armor give you 4?
And
I have a penalty to Dex, so
13. Ooh, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, use the Dex penalty. Whamp whamp.
Well, you haven't been hit yet, so whatever.
I've been hit before. Just like when I get hit, it's a for sure hit.
Well, the thing is too is you don't have all of 5 hit points like old Daka did, so you can actually take a punch.
We'll figure out where I'd put this next time, or before we get into a battle.
All right, so we regroup. Right?
Yep.
Arcana check.
Which one of you is rolling it at advantage?
I got a +4. Daka, what have you got?
For what?
Arcana.
I'm at +4 as well.
Does either of you get advantage for any specific situation?
I've got proficiency, so I can help you. Give you advantage.
I also have proficiency.
Well, we can just.
So we're just helping each other. So we're just deciding out of the two of us who's making the
That's
roll.
correct. Who's making the roll?
You should make the roll.
All
because you've been talking to them. So
this is our rock, man.
14. Yeah.
There is so much high level stuff in here. Your understanding is not small, right? Like, you're not some wizard apprentice on his first year, but the kind of stuff they're talking about is the ability to enable a curse that affects not just people, but objects and
an entire plane of existence.
All of a plane of existence.
Yeah, that's some like god level shit right there.
All right, so the thing is, I also have Sage Researcher, which is when you attempt to learn or recall a piece of lore. Oh wait, no, that's only if I don't know it. Okay.
You
so
don't know this. I mean, you don't understand
yeah.
it completely.
Yeah, okay.
Would you like to finish your Sage Researcher?
Sure, yeah.
Oh, finish reading it for me so that I know how it works.
So when you attempt to learn or recall a piece of lore, if you do not know that information, you often know
that one.
Where and from whom you can obtain it. So
there are only a few places you could obtain such information. One.
Yeah, no, I thought that maybe while I might not understand the stuff he's saying, I could recall it at any point. That's what I thought it was, but it's not that. So.
Well, yeah, it's the equivalent of writing it down and finding somebody who knows what the fuck it means. Right?
Yeah. So there are several locations you could go to for more information. The first is if you were to speak directly with the god Hallel, the god of knowledge, he would be able to direct you. The second would be the Elven Repository of Knowledge, which may or may not still exist 400 years later, that these two have indicated to you. And the third would be any original elf, is what they've called themselves, might have knowledge of whatever this is.
Okay. And we were specifically asking because a lot happened between Ducker coming into this room and me asking him to come into this room.
You are asking about the nature of the curse, and it sounds like the marks that you all have are not cursed marks. They are what prevents
from the curse.
Yeah, well, you're not. The thing is that you're not totally exempt. Is the problem?
Right. So something is affecting this world, and we are
cursed in a different manner.
We're sort of like outside of the major curse of it. So instead of us being trapped in an endless cycle, the world is trapped in an endless cycle, and we just happen to be able to see it and remember things from it. So that's kind of
either interpretation is technically correct. It depends on whether you're looking from the perspective of the world or from you.
Right. And
so the thing that you are getting is that the kind of spell structures they're talking about require divine magic from the gods and arcane magic from like wild sources. This curse structure that they speak of had to have been accomplished by both mortals and immortals working together.
The equivalent of the Wanderer putting the Diablo gem into his brain.
Is that Diablo 2, where the guy from Diablo 1 is now Diablo?
The fighter.
What a dumbass. So dumb.
Yeah, but that's the equivalent, I guess. Same thing. But, okay, so does he give us like areas we can investigate?
No, I mean, you asked him about the nature of what he believes is happening, which again may not be totally true, right? I mean, he isn't the person that casted this curse. This may not even be what he's talking about, right? He's saying, theoretically, this is the thing I know that was happening.
Right. All right. And what was just summarizing, what was the major lead we got from this if we wanted to investigate further? Like, there was some elven ruins we could go.
No, it's not elven ruins. You'd have to go to the capital of the elves and...
Sorry, not elven ruins. Whatever the predecessor
repository thing was.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
The elven repositories in their capital.
But there was also
I'm guessing is the caldera that Ruinar fell through the ground of in the previous timeline.
Yes, I mean, it is known in this time frame that all elves live in the... Well, like, the elven civilization lives on the islands of the caldera. You know that the drow live underneath them in their lava tunnels.
Mm-hmm. But he said it was on the northern side of the caldera, right?
You're talking about the ruin he fell into was on the northern side of the caldera, yes.
Yeah.
Where the sea meets the caldera.
Yep.
Did you have any questions, Tucker or Finley?
Listen,
or
I'm just so happy that people take notes and understand what's going on.
I mean, yeah, that's...
Daga's just going to be like, just point of order. There's a stable portal to the astral plane in that room.
No big deal. Don't want to bring any huge attention to it. Astral plane.
I think I can go through it safely, but I don't recommend anyone else does. And
don't worry,
I'm not gonna go show up in the astral plane of fire and be like, "Hey, what up?"
So the two of them laugh, and Alidon says, "There is no astral plane of fire. There is only the astral plane. You could find a portal way to the plane of fire, no doubt, but it will simply be an endless silvery sea. Do not mistake it, though. There are many dangers that lurk there. Hidden portals to other realms.
Astral dreadnoughts.
You have no idea about those.
Not on this campaign, but I've experienced the terror of an astral dreadnought. Let me tell you what.
I'm assuming that creature that was keeping everything golden and false is from one of those other planes.
I would suspect so.
Do you have any idea which?
Such fell creatures, aberrations like itself, come from beyond our understanding of reality.
So
they
that's a no.
arrive from dead universes, places where terrifying events have happened. Doctor Strange battled with Dormammu and lost.
I've
So
come to
hypothetically,
bargain, Dormammu.
Yeah. Hypothetically, if I could send something to its home plane, that wouldn't work on this thing.
Oh,
Its
it
plane
would.
is dead.
If you were to send it to its home plane, it is certainly someplace other than this.
Well, maybe we'll come back and do that if we ever find it again.
Well, this has been a brisk and enlightening chat. He turns to his wife, Ilana, who says, "Now would be a good time for us to ascend toward the surface. I thank you for your gift of blood. You can see her lick her lips. I can sense that there is so much more nearby. And I would like to recuperate myself, if you do not mind."
It's pretty much open season on those goblins. They're all assholes.
You can take all of them you want.
So he starts hovering next to her, and she moves to pass all of you. I don't know if anyone wants to take some swipes here.
No.
Okay. Paladin?
I mean, she calls it a gift, but it was really a trade, blood for information, right?
As soon as they like pass by, Doc is gonna be like, "Oh, you might know this. Maybe you might know something about this. Acheron Silverblade is alive."
So she stops, and he swears in Elven. And she says, "That is unfortunate. It would seem that our vacation is over, darling."
Problem?
Acheron Silverblade. So she's still facing away from you.
Mhm.
She says Acheron Silverblade is a dangerous individual. His ideas exceeded even the morality of us original ones. He was imprisoned, and if he is still alive, then I expect that he will begin his experiments once more. That is a extremely serious issue. I would not worry too much about it. The two of us in life were more than a match for him. In death, we have grown more powerful.
He's grown more powerful as well.
Well, that is unfortunate.
We've killed him multiple times, but this last time we weren't so lucky.
Do not fear. We are capable hunters.
And we have XP share on, so.
They're like gonna go farm some human villages, BRB.
Yeah, we'll just sit in the bottom of the party and let them give us XP. It's fine.
They go to continue to leave. Ask Gygax.
Yeah, no problem.
Having promised to end their vacation, their thousands of years vacation, to go slay Acheron Silverblade.
Cool.
Was there anything else in this area, or is it just like tunnels that just go to like mine
stuff? Make a investigation check real quick.
Sweet.
All of us, or just
anybody that's looking?
Sweet.
14.
Why not?
Okay. In the back area, you find
giant spell effect circle.
Nope. It is, as you can see, there's a lot of tunnels that have been dug out of the earth, but you do find scattered back there some treasure.
Oh,
hell yeah.
It looks like whatever that creature is processed much of this treasure, to say the least. Armor and weapons have been rendered useless, but things with more substance like a coin or gem have survived.
Okay, may as well loot it.
Right. Why not?
Very well. You find the following.
I'll just add it to the group inventory.
Some of these coins that you encounter, you have never seen before. You've never.
Fuck is Claudius?
You've never. Well, no, it's a electrum piece. You've never encountered electrum before. It's a
great
alloy of gold and silver. It's a pretty rare currency type.
Are there any like markings or anything on them that we would recognize? Or?
Yes, all of these have been minted in either dwarven or human lands. The dwarven ones are quite ancient, and the human ones seem to range from about 800 years ago to 100 years ago.
Yeah, my people would be the ones to mint the weird fucking ones.
Hey, electrum is a really sweet alloy.
I mean, yeah, but
it's just that it's worth 5 gold pieces, which makes it really weird.
Yeah, I
know. Cool. So I think ideally, who needs to recover spell slots?
Well, I mean, we had to go all the way back to the surface arrest before, right? I mean,
but we also have
spawning pool.
We also have more directions we can go in down here as well. And we have there's a door like down here next to Goober McHard Nipples that we can talk to as well, go through as well. So
there's also.
I'm sorry, did you call him Goober McHard Nipples?
He did indeed call him Goober McHard Nipples.
His name is Prince Khosrau.
Yeah, it's Goober McHard Nipples. Same thing.
Okay.
Also known as Goober McHard Nipples in the human tongue.
That is a
fucking man.
That's a good one.
Would I know if I like damaged the stable symbol at all, or if I could, it would close the thing?
Make a Arcana check.
Because if I can do that quickly, that would be sick. Probably not.
Damaging the gate on an 11, you believe that it would destroy the connection to the astral plane, but almost certainly there would be some sort of backlash in the area around the gate on both sides. If you're asking if you damage the gate, will it hurt the creature that came through it? The answer to that is no.
No. I'm just looking if I can close the thing, because if that thing came out of there, there's might be more, and they fucking suck.
You believe that it is possible to close the gate.
Okay. Well, I'll tell them that I'm gonna try to close it. So,
as you walk in slow motion down the hallways of these...
A long walk? Is that what he's doing right now?
Dreary, dark stone corridor. You find yourself pulled into an equally dreary, dark stone corridor where on the far wall there is but a single white painted wooden mask.
Sup, bitch? It's me.
It's me, your boy.
is there something you wanted?
This portal benefits me now that I know its location. I believe that you should stay away from it.
Do you want other creatures from other astral planes to come in here and cause destruction and grief?
I wish my creatures to walk through it when it is possible. I will begin working on processes to redirect this location to something that benefits me.
AKA a lot of fucking paperwork.
Red
Fair enough.
Bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy.
Make an insight check.
Archfey bureaucracy.
Against the mask?
Yep. Natural 20 on both? Oh my god.
Damn.
Arthur, that's a natural 40, okay?
Jesus.
Very nice.
You sense that this entity you have contracted with, whatever its mysterious history with you, it does not want you specifically going near the gate. Now, all of the rest of the stuff is more bullshit and evasive lies than it has ever given you before.
Go into the gate. Do it.
You staying away from the gate benefits it, not you.
Is this like an insight check that happens in the moment?
Yes. This is you drawing from all of your Man, this is a fucking incredible roll, man.
That's
Yeah.
never gonna happen again.
Well, it'll happen 1 out of every 400 times. Statisticians, please don't kill me.
My insight is a flat 10. Like,
yeah,
no bonuses at all. I'm just gonna like, maybe for the second time, like stand my ground, be like, don't bullshit me.
Don't bullshit me. Come on.
You continue walking forward, and in that moment, the mask disappears and you are back in reality again. And it has only been a heartbeat in between those steps.
Then I'm gonna walk up to the portal.
Very well. What are the rest of you doing as Daka marches towards the portal to another world?
Well, if there's nothing else that we need in here, I mean, we start making our way back towards the check the map. Because we still had more levels.
I don't think there's any problems letting Daka do whatever Daka does.
No, not that.
Daka's always done that before, so.
Very well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna start heading back because we know there's more levels to go fuck around with, right?
There's also more directions in the from the central.
Well, yeah, but that's what I mean. The central
staircase.
Thing. Yeah, staircase. So I'm gonna start heading that way.
Kelly, what are you doing?
I'll go with him.
Which him?
Mr. Agram.
Henley?
Yeah, so start moving. I mean, I know I personally trust Daka. I mean, he's never fucked us over before doing his shenanigans. So, I mean, I trust him.
Yeah, I'll head down with Agram.
Very well. Daka, as you approach the portal and move to begin unbinding its magics, the purple mists and silvery accents begin to envelop you. And please check Discord real quick.
Wait.
How many death saves does it get?
Anytime you play towards your new madness in a way that makes life more difficult towards you, you will get inspiration.
Sweet.
Oh, you got a new madness. Neat.
New madness with a bonus.
Would you like to activate your new madness?
Is it Daka Smash? Because I like that.
You cannot use your new power unless your madness is active.
Come on, do it.
Come on, do it. What are you waiting for?
Not yet. We still have
Very
stuff
well.
to do.
Absolutely.
We still have
it's
stuff to do.
entirely your choice. You are aware that this only happened because you have contacted another plane in the process. Do you want to continue disassembling the gate?
Yeah.
Very well. Please make an Arcana check. A 20. Fantastic. You work your way through, negating each rune around. You leave counter runes in the air above them. Right as you get to the last one, a creature appears out of the mist next to you. It comes from the other plane. It looks like Gollum from Lord of the Rings, but taller. Skin is completely pitch black. It has massive leathery wings coming out of it and two small curled horns with purple smoking eyes. It actually kind of reminds you of the original, purple smoke aesthetic of Daka. And it says, "Wait one moment. I do not wish to interrupt your work." Great. I require you to leave this open so that I may return to where I have come from. I am a messenger of sorts.
You have 5 seconds. Return.
It disappears. You
And then I
finish.
finished my thing. Yeah.
The gate flashes, and where once there was mist, there is now solid stone wall.
Like the action of holding it is like holding in the door, like the door open button on an elevator.
The equivalent of a demon arm going between two slowly.
He stepped in and was like, "Can I give you my elevator pitch?" And you were like, "Get the fuck out."
Little winged beast.
Trying to sell me cows. Unbelievable.
Is that a callback to the Finley cow?
That's an oldie but a goldie at this point. That's like a year-old reference.
Damn. All right.
God, that was a long time ago.
Well, I'm gonna walk back and take River in his hand and start walking towards the group.
I'd gladly pay you Tuesday for a burger today.
She walks with you and says, "Well, that was an interesting creature."
Yeah. That's why I need to close the plane. That other tentacled beastie as well. To find them. And finish our job.
I'm surprised you didn't kill it.
I had no reason to kill it.
I see. So just because you can kill it doesn't mean you should kill it.
It didn't give me a reason to kill it. Being ugly is not a crime worthy of being murdered.
I understand. The party recenters itself.
Does she regard me any differently now that I kind of bitch slapped the mask?
It doesn't appear so.
Okay.
Finley, Agram, Kelly, when you go to that southern area, all of the stone has changed. The room where you were in with the gold and everything has reverted to its natural form. But now, in every step that you take further to the south, there are depictions of Agrim eating Daka, Daka stabbing Kelly to death. On every stone, there is some depiction of another member of the party betraying a member of the party.
I look at the one of me, he's like, well, that doesn't even make sense.
There are hundreds, thousands of them throughout this dwarven stoneworking / warehouse. Every possible combination is repeated over and over again.
And it's all violent deaths for each other and stuff like that?
Yes.
Or? Is it illusory?
I mean, your hand can touch them, but just like with the gold, right? Like, reality here has been warped.
Can I make an Arcana check on this?
To what end?
I was gonna say we just smash it with a hammer and see what happens, but okay, that works too.
Just throw stuff into it.
I just want to know if this is real.
Yeah, make an Arcana check then. 11. It is both real and not real. You sense the influence of another plane here.
Yeah. All of a sudden, I want to eat my party. It's weird. Guys, it's time for lunch.
When you say that, River and looks at you like, that's disgusting.
Everyone hop in this pot. No. For a nice bar.
That's it. It's all it took for Henley to betray the party was one picture of him eating someone else. And he thought, well, that's never been done before. Let's go ahead and do that.
Just a quick question. I'm trying to figure out the mage armor thing. When it says base 13 plus your dex, do you plus or minus?
Yes. That is how math works.
It's always additive, but minus is like a thing that's still.
What's your minus? -1?
Yeah.
Then you are at 12.
Put that in magic bonus then? I could put -1 to my armor?
That's your dexterity bonus is -1.
Yeah.
No, but just to like make the sheet read correctly.
I would just put whatever it is. Your current armor bonus will now and always be 12 until you get something else.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I can't.
Or you
wear
could
anything.
go into the armor, right? Go into the armor.
Yeah,
section.
I did armor, put mage armor on, base AC, and then magic bonus -1 to be just to read it correctly.
Or no, you can just set dex as like the stat that gets used. I think with armor.
There's no dex.
Well, if your unarmored bonus is just at the none, it should default to just dexterity. Is your base AC?
Nope.
Hmm.
I figured it out. It's fine. Whatever. I'll just take that off when and if we get to a level where I get core stat increases, so I can actually use the 13 AC.
Very well.
Because even with armor like proficiencies, I won't be able to get above 13 AC. So
Plate mail.
I can't wear it.
No.
I can only wear light.
That's why you go hexblade and you can wear half plate. GG, boys.
So yeah, I guess we head down to the staircase, Arthur.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are we going through other doorways or going down a level?
I mean, we've got 2 more doorways on this level alone, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So might as well finish up here.
There's actually more than 2 doorways.
Okay, well, the 2 we have yet to go down so far that we
There's
have
this doorway.
Oh, that's all right. Well,
What is happening?
I mean, I guess we could go look at that. But
So has the description on these two on the remaining doors changed?
Yes. Everything you see are indications of your party killing each other. As soon as you reach the staircase, it's totally normal.
Oh, so it's back how it was before?
Yes.
Boss is a bit of a dick.
Staircase, perfectly fine.
Okay. Do you want to just head left?
Sure. I don't remember what it originally said, but
would you like to make an intelligence check to see if you recall?
Sure.
I mean, you could always just read it too.
Well, it's. I mean, I could do that.
Oh yeah, the staircase area is the same.
Oh, okay.
It reads Trade Depot.
All right, well, to the depot we go.
You open the door. Beyond it, you can see another set of doors. The hallway here is made of finely carved marble.
Do you have danger sense, APGam?
I do have danger sense, yes.
Okay.
That's a default thing.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's default, unless you take the use the new variant stuff.
So what does danger sense do for you?
Danger sense is if there's a trap that would be, as I said, audible or visual, I'm alerted to it. I'll pull up the actual thing. 1 second, my Chrome is being done. Sorry, just a second.
He's our 10-foot pole, Arthur, basically.
Pretty much.
See.
Where's it at? If I can find it. Danger sense. You have advantage on dex saving throws against effects you can see while not being blinded, deaf, or capacity. Okay, so they've changed it since 3.5, I guess.
So I guess I will walk 10 feet behind APGam at all times.
Very well.
And then he can prop all the traps. and get my bonus?
Sure. Why not? Right. So I'll start moving down the depot.
Yeah, sorry, Arthur, you were describing stuff.
Oh,
It's just finely carved marble. There's nothing specifically fancy about it. It has been worn down over the years through people walking over it, in the same way that when you drive down a road, you can see, you know, the side of the road that everyone has driven down, the trail of oil that goes between all their cars. In that sense, the stone has not weathered the thousands of years.
Kelly still have Detect Evil and Get Up?
it's only like 10 minutes, I think, right?
It's only 10 minutes.
It will be gone now.
Right, because I finished my thing in whatever 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna start moving down in, I don't know, 10-foot increments, I guess. And then Kelly said he was gonna stay like close enough behind me to give me his bonus if I trigger something. I mean,
So the hallways in here are 15-foot tall archways, not 25 feet. And above the double doors down here reads a sign that says "No outsiders allowed. No exceptions."
Well, luckily we're inside right now, so we're good.
I was waiting. All right. Well, I mean, I'm gonna keep moving down, and if something gets triggered, let me know. But I'm gonna move up to the door, and I'm gonna start.
Yeah, I'm just following behind him. I'm just not gonna move my thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not entirely expecting anything. We haven't seen anything else so far, but I don't know if the dwarves are inherently as paranoid as humans.
Very well. I mean, what are you paranoying here?
I don't know. I mean, if it's a trade depot, there might be valuable shit. So
open this door.
Let's see, we don't have a rogue, so yes.
Okay. As you open one of the double doors, you see two more sets of double doors in a three-way intersection.
Say no, really, fuck off. We meant it.
Guessing this doorway attaches to the room above.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume
maybe
the same.
Maybe like a room in here or something.
Possibly. I mean, we could check it just to make sure nothing's coming up behind us, but so yeah, we'll check this. We'll check the northern door.
Oh, by the way, all those goblin corpses were gone when you went through the area.
That's fine. What could that possibly
free cleaning service?
I'm just imagining
a large pile of floating corpses.
I was gonna say, if this was at least Eberron or Forgotten Realms, there would be a giant clockwork fucking Roomba. Note to self to tell my DM.
You mean a gelatinous cube?
Yeah, I mean, gelatinous cube is the classic go-to.
Gelatinous cube, the most dangerous thing to come out of the 1980s.
Gelatinous cube with like a cat riding it on top.
Yeah, the GM's like, there's no dust in here whatsoever, and he's like, fuck, it's a gelatinous cube.
Yeah, that's my go-to indication of cubes as well.
I would like to do what you do with the Roombas, and I want to tape. You put a balloon on the end of one, and you tape knives to them, and you make them fight.
You put a skeletal cat inside of a gelatinous cube.
Oh, great! The gelatinous cube dragged goblin shit all through the house.
I like to imagine the gelatinous cube eats stuff, right? But it leaves a slime trail wherever it goes. It's like the oh god, what was that show where it's like the janitor's the slug thing? Was it Futurama? Is that the one? Yeah, the janitor's like a slug, so it just leaves a thing behind it.
So you open the hallway to the north. And
is it the same floor as the other one?
It is the same floor as the warehouse area. So, a quick look above you says the same deal, right? Okay. You poke your head in there, and above the doorway that you're standing in says, no outsiders, no exceptions.
All right. So is there a door to the west as well, or just to the south?
There's a double door to the west, no door to the south.
Okay. Then we'll keep going west.
Okay. Not all of you are going to be able to see this far because not all of you are DACA.
Okay.
There is a long series of very worn, it is not marble in here, it is simple limestone, intricate carvings of cheeses, wines, elephants, elves,
like the other one,
trees. There's a lot less dwarfy stuff here and a lot more
Druidy stuff.
Well, these are like
Elven-y.
okay, but I mean, can we pick what looks to be obvious trade goods out of this?
Yes.
I mean, okay, trade depot. Okay, put 2 and 2 together.
Yep.
All right.
Let's head on down.
Yeah, keep heading down. I don't see any reason why not to.
Very well.
Literally, can't see any reason why not to.
And at this point, Akram, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Remember, you get your +3 from me. So.
You get the +3, but you don't get advantage because it's not dexterity.
Okay.
You step on a tile on the floor and it sinks in, and you get sprayed with a shit ton of acid.
Okay. 20, do you?
20 will be great. You'll take half damage.
Okay.
You take 10 points of damage.
Right.
This occurred halfway down the hallway.
Okay.
So when you were right here.
Yeah, I got you. All right. Well, I mean, it fucking sucks.
So you're here. Ellen's back here.
Gotcha. I mean, I'm assuming everybody sees this, so I'm not.
Yeah,
it's
incredibly obvious. Still moving forward?
Yeah. No, I mean.
Okay. Gygax immediately gets sprayed with acid.
Oof.
You make a Constitution saving throw for Gygax.
Wait, why does he step on it?
He's bigger, I guess.
You guys are only traveling on the top half. Gygax is too wide.
He can travel on the walls and stuff, though, right?
But he's not currently. Steps on a tile, another tile, and it depresses as well.
Yeah, we might need to.
And then from a wall and from the ceiling, sprays of acid come out.
I guess I can't. I was gonna say, so it just comes in between 2 tiles. It's not like there's no obvious like nozzle or anything sticking out.
They seem to be coming from like the mouths of angry-looking dwarves.
Okay, I got you.
So what did you say? Con save?
Con save.
Yeah. I like to imagine that the acid gets 2 inches away. I'm just like, no, and then it just fucks off. Angry dwarf magic.
Gygax is going to take 11 points of acid damage. Yeah, Ikram, you're pretty sure you're in the middle of a trap minefield here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, might as well keep going forward.
I'm imagining a 4-panel cartoon if Zonalar's watching. It's like a long haul. It's like Agram close to the camera. Second tile like further in the middle of the hallway. Third tile just like acid and yelling "fuck" through the thing, and then 4th panel he's still walking.
Gygax has shifted to walk along the walls rather than the floor now. So Ikram, I'm gonna need another con save as you trigger another trap.
Wonderful. All right, cool. All right. I guess acid damage doesn't count as poison damage, does it?
It does not.
Okay. That's not what I did. Yeah, 13.
This time you're going to take 11 and a third as you make it to the door.
All right. 22.
Okay, you're going to take half. Or 12.
If I took a short rest, I could have flown you down this hallway.
Yeah, well,
that would have helped him, but not everyone behind him.
True.
Yeah.
You could float a series of tiles, and we sit on the tiles.
No, here's what I do. I throw the hammer along the ground, right? And then the weight just depresses everything along the way.
I could fly Gygax, and we could ride Gygax down the hall.
Not wrong. Everybody grab a leg.
That
would float.
That would rip Gygax's legs off.
I mean,
too much weight.
Would it though?
I mean, he's got pretty strong legs.
He doesn't. He's an ant.
For an ant.
Isn't there a spell that like makes like a platform you can put shit on?
Tensor's floating disc.
Yeah.
It is not in 5th edition.
Oh God, really?
First, second, third and a half, and I don't think Pathfinder has it. It's just called floating platform in Pathfinder.
I thought they might have added it in Xanathar's.
I don't know. It's one of the classic Gygax's party wizard spell.
Yeah.
All the people that Gygax used to play with made up those spells. The Council of 8.
Council.
You make it to the door, Adrian.
Well, we're all wizards, so why don't we just negate carrying capacity by making a spell? Basically.
Well, in the first edition of D&D, the game was entirely about gathering treasure and how you got it home.
Yeah.
Isn't negating carrying capacity just like the bag of holding?
Bag of holding.
Bag of holding was like 3.5.
Yeah. All right. Was it? I thought it was 3, but yeah.
So they literally just summon a floating platform that you throw all your treasure on. It followed like in the old days. I'm talking in the 90s. There used to be suitcases that would try to automatically follow you using a camera. They never worked, but that's what Tensor's floating disc was.
So like.
Oh no, it's just called floating disc. It's just called floating disc.
Is it back?
Yeah.
Back. Okay.
So like Death Stranding, where you can get the hover robots to follow behind you with all your shit. You can just walk.
Yes, Death Stranding is just D&D.
I mean, there's a lot of traversal.
Yeah. It's just called floating disc. Hold up to 500 pounds. Blah blah blah. 3 foot by 3 feet or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
Anyway, what's in this room?
Yeah, we should probably do that.
You know, open the door.
A spell for floating disc.
Spell for floating. A scroll floating disc.
That would be pretty good, wouldn't it?
Or you just get a bag of holding.
Inside is what you would assume to be a trade depot. You base that assumption on the following. It is a perfectly flat marble floor. There are 5 mechanical doors similar to the ones you found on the surface that appear to be stuck halfway open and closed.
They're like dumbwaiters?
Yes. They take up the... No, not dumbwaiters. It's the locking mechanism to prevent anyone from going up and down the passageway. It's stuck halfway open and closed. They're up here, I should say, is where these 5 interlocking gates are. Mm-hmm. The floor has been set so that you can see that there's a very obvious passage for a standard wagon to have been rolled down, go into wheel ruts, follow the ruts to a far side of the room, unload their cargo, and then take a U-turn to go back up.
Like a loading dock for like a truck depot.
Yes, everything here is like very advanced, ancient dwarven industrialization science.
Yeah. This might not be a terrible room for us to try and take a rest too, if we can. It's pretty...
whoa! Before you say that,
well, that's out of character.
There is
the room starts filling up with slimes.
This room is spotless.
Not a speck of dirt to be seen.
It's a 20-foot by 20-foot gelatinous cube.
It does have a very intricate system of sewage pipes for some reason.
There is large columns set among this place every few feet. They don't seem to simply be what we would call decorative. They are decorative, no doubt, but they also appear to be load-bearing. Carved into them are the faces of dwarven men and women and a name beneath each of them, but also there's a large clay object shaped like a man standing in the center of the room.
Slam a door. Nope, let's go home.
As soon as you go to close the door, you hear a doof, 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 doof.
Some fucking dreadnought bullshit. All right, let's go.
You gonna open the door again?
No, I never closed the door. That was
my trap code.
Even in death, I still serve. All right.
It looks like he's about to drop a mad rap album.
He does. Drumurboy, it's one of your people. See if you can talk him down.
Looks like he's doing like a gangster Kamehameha.
He's like,
let's roll.
All right.
either that or he's just really hungry.
I'm gonna guess he's probably pretty hungry. He looks fairly desiccated. All right.
Oh yeah, give me that 3. That's what I like to see.
Oh, yeah, I want to hear it.
Hot, smelly garbage.
Oh my god! I finally rolled something higher than 5.
Lovely.
Wow.
I've rolled below like 5 for like my last 3 initiatives to this character.
Arthur, you and me rolling them sweet ones.
No.
I know you got a 4 negative. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, right below you.
Jeez, what a freaking roll that is.
Bigger.
22, 21.
All right.
6,
Well,
3.
I'm gonna blow your mind here, AP. I'm gonna rage.
Yeah.
Crazy. I know. Shocking.
So I just started blasting, right?
So I started blast. I started throwing. All right. And
Call me the garbage man. I started eating garbage.
Danny DeVito is a fucking treat.
yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go for its fucking kneecaps here. God, why does
the golem have kneecaps?
No. Fucking, like, if I use Roll20 with Firefox, it's fine. If I use it with Chrome, it just shits itself occasionally, and I don't understand why that is, but whatever. All right. So I'm gonna. There's 1 and there's 2. Ugh.
Angry spite.
Well, because I have 1 for non-raging and 1 for raging. I have to, because there's a damage difference.
Yes. You hit this thing really fucking hard, and you can see its clay manufacture begins to deform underneath your blows.
So I can definitely tell. Okay, it's clay.
Yeah. There is a feel to it. Certainly,
Like
the magic of
clay-like
your
feel.
weapon is allowing you to penetrate some sort of.
Is it
field
like that same? Oh, field. I thought you said field.
There's a field to it. Field.
I thought, yeah.
It is
Okay.
rejecting. It is attempting to reject the magic of your hammer, and your hammer is too magically powerful.
My hammer is just too fun. Like, I like to imagine the face of the hammer, because you have to be a dwarf to be attuned to it. It's just an angry dwarven face.
This is a high quality hammer. It's got a certain mouthfeel to it.
Oh, it's got that umami.
Right.
If you know something like a normal, a good quality weapon, you can flick it and hear the whatever. But this one, and if you flick it just right, you hear it swear in dwarven.
You got anything else here, Agram?
No, that's it. That's all I got for this one.
Finley.
It's the sound of a lager being poured into a glass when you flick it with your
It's the sound of a good ale, like carbonation. It's just
Just a single gulp, like.
You assume the dwarves don't just drink the whole thing in one go.
Dwarves ain't got no gag reflex.
Ooh. Yikes.
Or you just turn the boot at the end, right? That's all you got to do, and then it doesn't.
I mean, the hammer just kind of got sucked into it, huh?
Well, when he said he said feel, I was like what, like a boot getting stuck in the mud? But I get what he's talking about.
What are we doing, Fin?
I could use a heal, by the way. Just throwing it out there.
I can't stop thinking
I
of
don't know that
Finley
I
as
get to
fucking Tintin.
I don't know that I can get to you, and because I have to be able to touch you to heal you, right?
It depends.
I mean,
entirely depends on what you use.
wounds is like a range.
Cure wounds. Well, yeah, it depends. It depends what spell you have.
I mean, it's cure wounds. It's touch.
I think, yeah, it's touch.
I mean, I can get to you, but that's it.
Yeah. I mean, that's completely up to you. I mean,
no, I'll
I
do
could,
that.
because keep in mind, I also take half damage, so because I did rage. I'm speaking of raging. Let me put my little.
I am prepared and ready to heal you.
Very well.
Prepared and ready for you to take the hits to the face for me.
I'll do it.
I got you covered, buddy.
Show me those heals and drop those bangers.
Oh, I think he double moved, right?
Oh yeah, I had the double move, so.
How far back were you?
Daka.
I was back by Kelly.
Oh, you're on like 30 feet.
No, you can go 30 feet.
Yeah, you can move 30 feet.
No, I was.
You were back here, weren't you?
I was back here.
I thought you were collapsed to the rest of the party.
I had to go past 30 feet to get to you.
Okay. I thought you were back by River.
No.
Okay.
No, I was back farther.
I didn't see your first move then.
All right.
Yeah.
Double Eldritch Blasting.
Eldritch Blast.
Oh man, that would have been good.
22 is all right.
Yeah. Force damage.
No,
is
it's
pretty
not
good,
26.
I mean,
You know.
man, I wish D&D had like a targeted thing. You could take like what is the penalty to hit?
You don't want that. It would take so much longer to do combat.
Well, the fact that I'm trying to take his thing's leg off, I mean, it would actually.
The 22 will hit for 8 points of damage. You burn a laser line into it.
Those fucking ancient Jedi temple guardians, man.
Oh, well, you first encountered them before you got the pushing power? Yikes.
Oof.
I have to say, I for what I did tune in for AP, I was really impressed with the way that guy ambushed you. I'm like, 10 of 10.
The Night Brother, when I fucking walked around the corner and he was just like,
I think everybody in your chat was like, well played.
Yeah.
Like, we couldn't even be mad. It was like, no, that guy, that was a good move. It's, yeah.
Kelly.
I'm gonna come on up and
Excellent.
give him the old.
Can you please roll a Constitution saving throw real quick?
Oh, fuck.
You step on the floor, and acid begins to spray from the wall and ceiling.
Step on the floor.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you got low.
Wait, sorry. I was about to roll on Gygax's shit. That'd be weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Con, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Wow.
You don't have anything that gives you advantage on con saving throws, do you?
No.
You take 24 points of acid damage.
Yikes.
Yeah, you're just like, You do the thing, like, You Far Cry the acid off.
Yeah, I get out a bunch of matches and stick it into my arm.
Oh, please no. Oh, that is the fucking worst. Jesus.
I get out a pair of pliers and I take the acid off, like.
I want to see
God,
Far Cry Australia when you start peeing on yourself to close wounds.
I mean, that was a really good
you
system
definitely do a
until-
bunch of drugs and fight drop bears for sure.
What happens is you have the normal one, right? And then they make a blood dragon version where you just on drugs the whole time and you just fight all of like the mythological. Blood dragon was fucking amazing. I love it.
Vietnam War 2.
I would love to see a Far Cry based in Vietnam, honestly.
It was an interesting game, but when you fell off a cliff and then the guy pulls a bullet out of his arm to heal himself was just kind of like,
Where the fuck did you fell on the bullet though? See, that's what I don't understand. The fall didn't get you. It's the one bullet at the bottom. It was just the right.
So, what are we doing here, Kelly? You moving into close range.
He's starting to
I'm
chop.
gonna slap him. Slap him.
Slap at a base.
Your magical weapons penetrates the field around the creature.
Great. I think I'll also smite a bitch.
Very well. First or second level spell.
It'll have to be a second level.
The Far Cry drug game is just like you're searching for a Macca's.
It's Harold and Kumar. It's Harold and Kumar go to White Castle, but just like with all the stuff from Far Cry thrown in there.
Please add 3d8, I believe.
3D.
Fucking smite's crazy. I love that. Because I don't think we haven't played since they brought out the new like UA variant stuff. They're like, how can we fix Ranger's damage output? Give him smite.
Give him smite.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I had the access to that when I was playing a Ranger.
Damn, dude.
Another 18.
Yep.
God, man. My mace is crazy, but your sword is just insane. Like, I mean, you get really good rolls with it. Don't get me wrong, but
it's 1d8 plus 2d6 every single time that I hit something.
Yeah.
So and then on top of that, it's +5 because of the strength.
Does this thing? Let me ask you a question, AP. Does this thing count as a giant mechanically?
No.
No. Okay.
You want to smite again?
I only got one spell left. I don't. What do you guys think?
Well, I mean, I might save it.
I don't
for
have a lot of
emergency.
HP. That's all.
I was going to say I'd save it for an emergency heal because that'd be the smarter. Keep one in reserve.
Well, no, I got my lay on hands. I will
listen.
smite
When he drops the smoldering hot fire that you're about to hear, you're gonna need that heal. All right, his disc tape
counts as vicious mockery.
Yeah.
Listen, Arthur, I'm immune to boomer music, so
That's
I
two.
assume this
That's
guy's
two.
been around for a long time.
That's two. We've got
Boomer
two.
music.
His disc tape's gonna hurt more than Drake getting booed off stage.
All right, so yeah, this is a level 1 spell, so that's what, 2d8, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm
that
talking
was
about.
a solid investment
Give me-
right there. The stock market is going crazy over that one.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to make a roll here real quick. Nope.
It's also radiant, right? I don't know if that affects it.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Excellent. And it begins to speed up.
Like,
its movements suddenly get faster and faster. It goes to beat the hell out of Kelly.
bring the hammer.
What's your AC
Bring
right
the
now?
noise.
Oh, don't worry, I will bring the hammer.
20.
No? Yes.
Wow.
Does a 28?
I was thinking that there's some disadvantage thing. Oh wait, no, I'm getting confused with my monk. Sorry.
He goes to slam against you. For the first time, you catch it and weapon guard it. The left hand comes down for a critical. You take 15 points of damage.
That's me at 0, boys.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Yikes.
Okay.
You're good.
So yeah, that's me at 0, fellas.
You
So
fall unconscious. In the process, the creature then right arm uppercuts Agrim.
All right.
Oh no, sorry. It ignores Agrim.
Okay.
It attempts to push past you, Agrim.
All right.
In the process, you'll get a free opportunity attack as it smooshes itself in to get at Finley.
I mean, can it try and push past me?
It can't smoosh.
Oh, it's smooshing.
Because it's trying to stop. I mean, it's trying to stop where I am, right?
I mean, it's like malforming its body to like slide
Oh, so
in
it's
here.
using that squish
Yeah.
thing. Okay. Well, I'll hit it.
It's
then.
like this now.
Is it 29 to you?
And that'll hit. As a bonus action, it will also punch Finley in the face. That's
You know,
a
my
20.
My cat usually makes noise.
That'll hit.
My cat always makes noise in the background of these videos, but I draw the line and knock in my 40k minis off the desk. What an asshole.
Finley, you take 14 points of damage. Can you please make a Constitution saving throw?
I sure can.
Excellent.
hang on, real quick. I just want to make sure. Does my thing still work in when I'm unconscious?
You're
Maybe
unconscious.
Which thing? Your aura?
Aura.
Your aura
Yeah.
is always.
Okay.
not. So yeah, add another 3 to that. So that would be 13.
Your maximum hit points are reduced by 14, Finley.
Jesus.
Holy
Christ.
Jeebus.
So you are now at 25 health.
Yikes.
And that, my
like-
friends, is where we will end our session for tonight.
Ooh, damn.
It's like I'm gonna take some of that HP clay of you. And just...
That wild right uppercut catching Finley in the face.
Oh,
This creature
Got it.
besets your party with stomping, fist throwing, slamming.
See, that's why you don't make a character that's over like 4.5 feet tall. Is you're really hard to uppercut when you're that short.
They just kneecap you. Knee in the face. Yeah.
Well, he can. His deformed knee is now just got a perfect hole where my head fits and does no damage.
Friends, thank you for joining us. Let's do some outros. I'm Arthur Perkins. This has been AP Gaming Real. You might know I have shows on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights. Also got a nice Patreon at patreon.com/APGamingREAL, wherein you may gain secret information about my show. Spootnik, I toss it to you.
Yeah, I'm Spootnik _71 on Twitter and Spooty McTootie on Twitch. And yeah, I'm here every Wednesday. Are we doing next Wednesday? Out of
I
curiosity?
highly doubt it. Well, wait, what's Wednesday?
The day before Thanksgiving.
I mean,
sure I'm traveling that day.
I'll be out of town, but I'll have my laptop with me. So I mean,
I think I'm traveling that day. So
then
sadly,
it sounds
I
like we may not meet
this week or next week. But anyway, enjoy the session. Thank you as always, Arthur, and on to the next.
I can't wait for you guys to get done killing more stuff so you can level up.
Yeah, right.
That's what this show's about.
All right, I'll go. I'm Atomikspoon. Find me on twitch.tv/Atomikspoon, where I'm not really streaming anything at the moment, but I'm sure I'll find something to play. I'm here Wednesdays with this, and then I'm also here Saturdays for Wrath and Glory, Dark Inquisition, Wrath and Glory, and Warhammer 40,000 8th edition. I don't know if our next session's going to be, is it going to be tabletop or is it going to be RPG?
Oh, it's going to be tabletop. We're preparing for the Eldari Bowl.
Yeah, I have submitted my list to Arch Militant James, and I'm waiting on his reply because I modified some stuff, but we'll see what he says.
Listen, Atomic, I totally believe that you should get Pokemon, play it, and just become a rock type trainer. You are the stereotypical rock type, 100%.
I mean, I don't even have a Switch, so I haven't owned it. The last thing I owned was, I think I owned the OG Game Boy Advance, however long ago that was.
Yeah,
and
that's some good stuff.
Get a really flat stone and just pretend to play.
Get a really flat stone and pretend. Yeah.
Drumurboy, what do you got?
It's like the equivalent of your older brother giving you a controller while that's not plugged.
It's unplugged.
Hey, look, I did that to my sister plenty. I was the older brother.
I'm Drumurboy. I make music and put it on the internet. You can check it out at Drumurboy on Spotify. There's a new album called Roll20 Short Rest, which has all the tunes I've done for Roll20 over the past 3 or 4 years. And then
Short Rest is a good name for a dude. That's that's not bad.
It was not the first name. I went
is
back
it exactly how long is the album?
Is it? Please tell me it's less. It's about an hour. Please tell me it's about an hour.
It's 20 minutes short of an hour.
Okay, so it's a short rest. It counts as a short rest.
Yeah. It's not the first name. I was going back and forth with Adam about it. My first idea was awful. Power word dance.
I don't know. I actually feel that one.
I don't know. I think short rest is a little better.
Yeah, power word dance is awful. And then all the roleplay music I've been doing since last October is on a new Spotify account called Roleplay Radio. All the songs and shows are separated into playlists. So if you just like Court of Swords, you can follow the Court of Swords playlist. The same for Far Verona and Oddballs and the upcoming Star Wars show, which I think has a name. Echoes of Eternity or something like that.
That sounds very Fire Emblem.
Yeah, but it's going to be a new playlist on the Spotify Roleplay Radio Spotify page whenever that gets uploaded. Probably sometime next month. And then look out on Earth.
Yeah, Echoes of Eternity is what it's called.
Yeah. So, and then also look out on Nerd or Die next month for a new pack. Finally.
You know, if you ever need ideas for that, or if they ever want ideas, I would love some like guitar riff, like heavy metal-esque like themes.
I've thought about that, but you kind of gotta like.
Yeah, it's got to be marketable to a bunch of people. I get it.
Yeah, the last. I
mean, they've got a synthwave one, so you'd think they've got, heavy metal one wouldn't be too far out, right?
Well, the last video game one I did, I think was a little too niche. It's not doing so hot, but whatever. But yeah, check out my Spotify, Roll20 Short Rest, and Roleplay Radio. Thank you.
Henley.
Yo, what up? It's me. How's things going? My dog just came in, which means my wife is up and about now. But video games aplenty. I make video games and stuff like that. I would like to do streaming, but I just don't have time anymore. I mean, I have to be realistic about these things. So, it's weird playing video games for myself now. It's very strange. Strange process considering I spent like 5 years just playing it in front of other people. It's very interesting to just go back into my I'd call it like a resting bitch face mode. You know how normal people play video games where they're just like,
yeah, guilty.
90% of streams on Twitch.
Yeah, I guess so. Right? So yeah, I don't know. It's been interesting for sure. Oh, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I had a actually had a I put an item up on the Steam Workshop for like $500 and it fucking sold.
Really?
Yeah. It was a Counter-Strike Glock skin.
Well, yeah, okay, that explains everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so that's your video game budget for the next year?
For the next 5 years, probably. Yeah. I bought Star Wars with it, and I was like, sweet, cool.
I was going to say, he makes his own porting games. He's not going to need other games now.
Yeah.
He can just tell people what he wants produced.
I don't know. I mean,
make me Star Wars, but the lightsabers are dongs now.
I'm disappointed.
Saints Row 3 is what you're saying.
It seems like your Schwartz is longer than my Schwartz.
I hate it when my Schwartz gets twisted.
I was hoping for a white lightsaber crystal in the game, you know, pimping. I used to rock the Stormtrooper skin with a white lightsaber back in.
Look at this loser! No, you're an embarrassment.
I like the black saber crystal in Force Unleashed.
Yeah,
I always just use yellow in like every game where you can change that sort of stuff.
I'm probably gonna go back and play KOTOR again though, because
it's been a while.
This game, the Star Wars game, is just sort of rekindled.
It's you and everybody I fucking know are like, oh, I'm playing the Old Republic again. I'm playing Knights of the Old Republic again. I've found, like, one guy found his OG. He's like, yeah, I went to Amazon and bought a USB CD drive so that I can install like Jedi Academy and stuff. And fuck it, like every other person has got the bug again. I'm like, I mean, that's a good thing, I guess, but you know, I still play Battlefront 2 from time to time.
Real quickly, has anyone watched Mandalorian?
I have not.
I'm waiting for Disney Plus to like get a whole bunch of shit together so that I can just sub for a short time, get as much as possible, and make a decision as to whether it sucks or not.
I'm waiting until the Mandalorian's all out, and then I'll do like the free 1 week and just binge it.
Yeah, I guess that works too.
I've heard a lot of good things about it though. Sadly, a lot of people are more excited for the Mandalorian than they are for the third movie of the new trilogy. So I was going to say that's a pretty low bar to begin with, but I mean, I've heard good things about Mandalorian. And then there's this Yoda thing, Baby Yoda thing that's been all over making the internet explode.
Yeah, the guy who designed the Baby Yoda, like
the same guy did BB-8.
Yeah, same guy did BB-8.
I saw.
I don't know. We need the Papa Palpatine.
I saw somebody did some fan art of the Baby Yoda wearing like in Mandalorian armor, and I'm like, it's cute, I guess, but
nah, the best image that I saw floating around the internet recently was the one of Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan screaming at Yoda with that cat in the
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Friends.
God, fucking perfect, man.
That's it for us. Yeah. We won't be back next week, but we'll be back in 2 weeks. Yes. We're gonna drop our hottest mixtape, Killing Clay Golems 101. You'll get taken to school right before, Kelly gets stomped on and dies. He'll be a gangster. Yeah. See you next time.
See you Saturday, fuckers.
It is you who is the fucker.
I wish.
Well,